I grew up in a really small town in Texas called Normandy, Texas. Population 689. Just a really small, I guess kind of a cattle town, a lot of livestock, very country, very small, very isolated in the middle of nowhere for the most part. When I was in high school, my parents split, so I moved around quite a bit. I had started a band in southern Louisiana and we were traveling around quite a bit, so we finished a tour in Texas, and then we decided that we were going to come visit our singer's aunt who actually lived here in Hot Springs, and she owned this building which we're in right now here at the Exchange, and we got the opportunity to move up here as a band and kind of turn this into a music venue.
Well, I'd known Bobby for a while, owning the Exchange, and I had had a few bands before, all kinds of different stuff. Pretty much anytime I had any new project, I'd call Bobby up and be like, "Hey man, I need a show, play the Exchange," and he was always down. He was always like, yeah, people like that here. So that was kind of when I met Bobby. But then I was kind of just out of the scene for a few years doing other things, and me and Adam started kind of jamming out and ran into Bobby not too long after that, and the rest is history, of course.
I never really played drums before whenever I was younger. I didn't have a whole lot of musical inspiration whenever I was younger. I was in a high school band and I played the tuba, but then whenever I was in high school I decided to start playing the game Rock Band, and I played it all the time, like constantly, and I got so good I was able to play all the songs hardest difficulty pretty much perfectly, and decided to buy a drum set when I was about 19 years old. Ryan, the bassist, we were playing in a little two-piece. We had a few songs going on there, and then I got another drum set off of eBay, decided to play with Bobby after we met and jammed together a few times, and that's pretty much it.
I was writing an article for my school paper. I wanted it to kind of have to do with the music scene in Hot Springs, and so I looked around and found out about the Exchange and how he was doing shows here, and I wrote an article on the local music scene that we had. And that's how I met him. He knew Ryan from in the past, and Ryan and Adam have known each other for so long, and we all got together and it just kind of clicked. I played in my high school band. I played French horn. Before that, I tried out for choir one time, and I sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I was told that it didn't sound very well. So after that, I kind of didn't sing a whole lot. I tried to just sing when I was alone, on my own. But now I sing all the time.
The best thing about Ghost Bones is we wouldn't be Ghost Bones without our individual sounds as each different member. So I don't really think there's any cons. It's really worked out really well that we've had those different influences. It's kind of made the sound of Ghost Bones that we've had all those different influences. And you can't really pinpoint, I guess, one definite genre that any one of us have listened to that's that the whole band is trying to go for. So it's definitely made it a unique thing that we can get into.
People come to view tonight. Life release, death poured in. Host is now an empty skin.
A lot of bands, try to do as much as they possibly can with their sound. With us, we like to leave a little bit of space and try to lock in a little more together and let the sounds of our instruments kind of do what they do. And it's hard to talk about my own guitar playing, but I feel like my upbringing, and not being exposed to a lot of different things has kind of created my own style of playing. I might go into outer space a little bit on the guitar, but the drums and bass are always there and kind of holding it down and keeping the same rhythm, and then I'll come back in and lock in and play what they're playing sometimes, and Ashley's just doing a wonderful job with her vocals. I mean, this is her first band she's ever been in, so I think she's doing a pretty good job of coming up with her own style, because she's the same way. She's never really sang before, so she's always known that she can sing, but she's always kind of held it in, and now she's able to kind of let go, and she's coming up. She has bands that she listens to like everyone else does, but she's also doesn't have a lot of influence on her style, so I think it makes for a unique fit with the style that we're playing.
I don't know if we want to change what people perceive as the South. I think that there's a lot of stuff like this in the South. I think there's a lot of unique stuff in the South, especially here in being in Hot Springs. There's actually a ton of diverse people. A lot of people move here from different places, and so you get a lot of really diverse things.
We kind of have a dark, creepy undertone, I think. That's what we are trying to convey to people and make them feel this darkness beneath us.
The Arkansas Times Musician Showcase, it was kind of just on a whim that we put it in there, because we didn't play very many shows before then. But we had practiced a lot, and we were really, really determined to get exposure and get our names out there. And we really thought that people would like us, and people enjoyed watching us enough for us to be able to progress through that and take home the prizes for it and get the exposure that we wanted to get from it.
Driving the death car right off the hill.
The Arkansas Times Showcase was really good to get our name out there. We haven't been a band for a very long time. We're very fresh, and by doing that, people just saw us more. I mean, it got our name out there. More people were seeing when we had shows, and they wanted to know more about us and all of that. So I think it was good to get more exposure and just get more people in Arkansas and elsewhere to know who Ghost Bones are,
Driving the death car right off the hill. Driving the death car. Driving the death car. Driving the death car.
There's definitely a future for Ghost Bones. We're not going anywhere anytime soon.
I think Ghost Bones will be around for a really long time. I mean, we all have a really good time doing it. I think anywhere that we were to travel, just because of what we kind of encompass, it's interesting to people. I think that they're like, whoa, what is this? It's strange, I've never seen this before.
Bluebird.